Today on the BBC we bring you a documentary about the life of John F. Kennedy. John Fitzgerald Kennedy was born in Brooklyn, Massachusetts on 29th May of 1970. He was an American politician and diplomat who served as the 35th President of the United States. He was elected in 1960 and became his country's youngest president at the age of 43. He served from the 20th January of 1961 until his assassination in 1963. During his administration, a number of events like the Bay of Pigs invasion, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the construction of the Berlin Wall, the beginning of the space race, and the consolidation of the civil rights movement in the United States took place. Well, you may also know him for his famous quote in his inaugural address: "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Here are the images of the testimonies of how his wife and secretary faced his death and how their lives changed from that moment on.
Well, for me it was a very shocking event. I was so sad. I can barely describe how I felt in that moment. I saw the news and they called me about the news. I was so sad. I think it's something that you never expect and to happen, and especially in this way, but you know, he was a very important person. A lot of people love him, but a lot of people don't. And yeah, for me it was so shocking, so bad. I felt horrible about myself because he was like a friend to me. I know everybody knew him as the president, but for me he was like a really good friend, and I think he made a lot of changes and he achieved a lot of things that need to be changed. So yeah, for me it was really hard. When this happened, I tried to focus on myself because for me there was nothing left. I mean, I left everything related with the politics and everything related with the presidents and the government, because I felt like without him that wouldn't make any sense, and for me to continue with such a high responsibility. And I just quit and I started focusing on myself and the things I liked and the things that made me happy. So yeah, I went to live with my husband and my family to someplace quiet and relax for me. So that's what I did, because without him I just thought that I wouldn't be good enough, or just that didn't make sense to continue with all his legacy and all his purpose, because he wasn't there anymore to cheer me up or to tell me the things that he would have done. So yeah, I changed completely my type of life, and now I'm happy. Yeah, now I'm happy, but it was a very difficult moment and a very tough decision for me to make.
It is really hard for me to talk about this because one of the worst situations I went through was John's murder. It was a normal day and we were ready to attend John's speech that he was giving that day in Dallas. I was on my pink Chanel suit. We were on a caravan of cars with all the people around us applauding and cheering. When I heard a noise, at the beginning I thought it was a motorbike, but then I heard Governor Connally shouting, so I realized it was not a motorbike but a shot. I don't remember anything about that moment. All the things that I know are because of the photos and the videos that the press took me. I only remember being in the operation theater with the doctors while they were trying to save John's life, but as we all know, they were unable to do it. I was covered in blood. All my suit had blood, and I really regret washing my hands and my face because I want everybody to know what had happened and to be aware of the situation. After the assassination, there were horrible months. I was under a lot of pressure because of the media, so I decided to take my time and to retire during a period of time. I didn't attend any TV show and any interview. The only thing that I did was attend to an event that was celebrated in Washington to honor one of the Secret Service agents that was during the assassination and that protected me, because thanks to him I'm here talking about all this history.
Behind the glamorous facade, the Kennedys have suffered personal tragedies. Since Kennedy's death, there have been speculations about extramarital affairs he may have had during his government with actresses such as Marilyn Monroe, among others.
Behind all the good things that we experienced as a married couple, there were also some problems. John had some illnesses. He suffered from Allison's disease, which left him very weak, and he also went through 2 delicate operations because of a war weapon that he had in his back, and he almost died through them. And in our family we also had some problems. We lost 2 of our children, one because of miscarriage and the other died 2 days after his birth because of an illness. But despite all these things, we were very happy and we stayed strong because of the couple that we formed, of our 2 other children, and also for the nation.
During their marriage, they had 4 children. However, 3 of them died days after being born. Their only girl left was Caroline Kennedy, and she was born in 1957. In terms of private life, Kennedy and his wife Jackie were very young compared to previous presidents and first ladies, both of whom were extraordinarily popular.
Hi my love, how
Hey.
are you? How are you doing?
It's been a horrible day. I just want to finish this and relax.
You don't have to worry, you are doing it, okay? And I trust you, everybody trusts you, so don't worry. And if you want to relax, we can just go out and have dinner.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Okay, so let's go.
In addition to the inaugural speech, he had during his administration some meetings with his most trusted people to get their advice to follow the right path he wanted to transmit to the American people. Here are some images about these moments.
So, what do you think about we make some points about this speech and how it's going to be? I think we need to make people think that we're going to feel very close with them, or we need to make them believe that we're going to support them, the American allies, and all the people that's going to support us, because they need to, they're searching for freedom, so we need to look for that.
Till now, I think we are following the right direction. The structure of the speech, I think it's pretty good. Maybe we can change a few things, but
we can talk about it later.
yeah. And the main thing I want to share with the people with this speech is that I want them to feel supported by us, and I want them to feel and believe everything we are going to say. So we are going good.
Yep. So what do you think about this speech, the structure? How much time do you going to speak about these points?
I think the structure is good. I don't want to think a lot about the time. I just want to talk and make it clear, because I want to talk about the main points, make them clear, and be as natural as I can. And I don't want to think about how much time do I have left. I just want to be like
I
relaxed.
don't think that it's going to matter. You need to be relaxed, natural, and make them feel that you're going to talk about the main points that they need to hear.
Yeah,
And that's
the most important thing is that they are gonna look at me and see that I'm comfortable with them, and talk with about something that I really know and I really want to change.
That's good.
Hi everyone. As you all know, the world is very different now. Because a human being has in his hands the power to abolish with all forms of poverty, but also to end to all forms of human life. Even so, the same revolutionary convictions for which our ancestors fought, the belief that human rights do not derive from the generosity of the state, but from the hands of God, continue to be debated in the world. All nations must know, whether friendly or not, that we will pay any price, face any hardship, support any friend, and oppose any enemy to ensure survival and the triumph of liberty. This, and much more, is what we promise. Let's try to invoke the wonders of science and not its terrors. Together, let us explore the stars, conquer the deserts, eradicate disease, harness the depth of the ocean, and foster art and commerce. In your hands, compatriots, more than in mine, will reside in triumph or failure of our company. Since the founding of this country, every generation of Americans has been called to testify to their national loyalty. The graves of our young people who respond to the call surround the world. In the long history of the world, only a few generations have had to defend freedom in its moment of greatest danger. I am not afraid of this responsibility. I welcome it. I think none of us would want to change places with other people or other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion that we bring to this venture will be a light for our country and for all who serve it. And the brilliance of our flame can really light up the world. Thank you very much.